Listen, I wanted to talk to you today about a couple of things. We talked about hope yesterday, and I want to talk about how hope turns into faith. And then the other thing I want to talk about is recapping our Think and Grow Rich call this morning, where we talked about everything. It was the preface. We did the very first chapter before chapter 1 with Paul on the call. It's actually now a movement. It's the Think and Grow Rich movement. So we'll talk about that too. But let's get to hope and faith really quickly. We talked about hope yesterday, how we can set an intention with hope. It's usually the spark. It's the vision that we have in our mind at the same time that we're feeling it in our heart, okay? And we're visualizing and hoping that we can achieve what it is that we're seeing, okay? And it's visual. We see it in our mind's eye. That's the beginning of hope, okay? Now, hope turns into faith. They go together. But hope turns into faith when you learn to tap into the ether, the infinite intelligence, God, the universe, whatever it is you want to call it, some type of energy. There's a process of learning to tap into that, okay? It's not just about saying prayers or saying words. There's some, I've done it and I know how to do it, but it's a process, and maybe one day I'll help you guys go through it. If you're in recovery, or if you're lucky enough to be a drug addict who wants to get clean, you have the opportunity to work the 12 steps. And that's really what leads you to a spiritual awakening. For those of you that are not lucky enough to be a recovering addict or have a drug or alcohol problem where you can work the 12 steps, I am putting together a program for you as well, where we can incorporate the spiritual awakening that we go through for the 12 steps, and we'll incorporate it into people for normal earth people like you, okay? So tapping into the ether is what I'm going to call it, because infinite intelligence, that's what they call it in Think and Grow Rich. And Think and Grow Rich is a great book for those of you that don't have a addiction problem, and for those of you that do too. But people that are in addiction have, the basic text of Narcotics Anonymous. They have the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. What do you people have? And I always really wondered, how do other people do this? Because it's actually a blessing and a gift to be a recovering addict or alcoholic, to be able to go through the 12 steps, because it leads you to tapping in with your higher power. But what do those poor people that aren't addicts, do? Well, here it is. You can't see it because my book is so tattered. It's like 10 years old. Think and Grow Rich. Is it backwards on yours? It's backwards on mine. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is for you normies out there who are learning to tap into your resources, your inner resources, and to be able to change your mindset, okay? That's what recovery is all about, is changing your mindset. And so is this. Think and Grow Rich is about changing your mindset, and that's where it starts, okay? And when you can learn how to tap in to, the infinite intelligence, ether, that's when you gain faith. And you're no longer in hope, okay? Hope is what you do when you don't have faith. Once you gain faith and you know that God has your back, that everything that happens, whether it's what you want or not, whatever happens is for a reason, okay? I was on the Think and Grow Rich call yesterday, and it was so funny. I was talking, and Paul had to mute the call because it was real noisy in the background. And silly me, I didn't remember or realize that I had to *6 myself again to get back into the call. So he was like, Amber, are you there? And it was so funny. I was like, yeah, I'm here. And he couldn't hear me. And it wasn't until this morning that I realized, or yesterday when I realized what I did. And was I embarrassed? No, I wasn't embarrassed. I kind of cracked myself up. I think it's funny. And also what I see in that is that what I had to say was not that important. Obviously, there was someone else coming after me, that had something that was more important to say yesterday. So, stuff like that's kind of funny. I laugh at it. And all right, so we're talking about the Think and Grow Rich call. So you get my point about the faith, okay? Hope turns into faith when you have a conscious contact with your higher power, okay? We can work on getting that for you. It's a process. Let me know. Comment below if you want to work on that, and I'll help you. Now, the Think and Grow Rich call today, well, you know what? I think I want to make that in another video. So this one's almost 5 minutes long, and I don't know about you guys, but I have ADD and I can't stand to watch really long videos. So I'm going to end this video now and put together the next video, which we're going to recap the Think and Grow Rich call from today. And I was talking on it, and I talked about your major definite purpose. So I'm going to talk about what I talked about, not what the other 500 people on the call were talking about or thinking about. And I will see you in the next video. If you got any value from this video, please comment below because it's great discussion stuff. All right, love you guys, and share this video if you feel like you know somebody that would benefit from it. Mwah! Talk soon. See you in the next video. I might put a link below at some point that you could click on, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm there yet. Bye.